Yo, what up guys? Leon Mooky here, and you're watching What If Izuku Was Pyra and Mythra's Driver. This is part 20. In the last part, Izuku, Jin, Pyra, and Mythra fought against Stain and his blade, Obrona. As the fight was fierce, however, Izuku managed to edge out a win. However, with Obrona returning back to her core crystal after giving up her life to save her driver, Stain. So, with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? After what has happened, Jin soon tied up Stain for all the other heroes to come and get as well. Soon, Sir Night-Eye returned alongside Rook, saying, "Midoriya, what did I tell you about taking matters into your own hands? You don't." As soon, Mirio saying, "Sir, I'll take full responsibility for not making it in time to stop Midoriya from doing his own thing." As Izuku saying, "No, it was my own fault, Lemillion. You don't have to take responsibility for this. I just did what I thought was right. And if I didn't, who knows what would happen to Iida." As even Shoto saying, "If I wasn't here, who knows what would happen to all of them." And plus, as soon, Shoto is soon still realizing from what had just happened, especially to Obrona, as Jin has Obrona's core crystal in his hands, as he soon puts it away for the time being. With soon, one of the Nomus that Endeavor was chasing down soon comes down, as he plans on taking one as his hostage. However, before he could, Jin jumps into the air using his katana, cutting off the Nomu's wings as it falls to the ground with not even trying. As Jin did this without even trying, with Izuku saying, "Jin, nice work," saying, "I think we've seen enough death for tonight. That's all I'm saying." As Izuku saying, "I agree," with Mythra, who hasn't even said anything, just turns her head over. As soon, Iida soon saying, "Midoriya, Mythra, Jin, and Todoroki, I wish to thank you for what you've done. And also I wish to apologize as well that you got involved because of me." As soon, Izuku saying, "Iida, we would have done this even if you didn't. We knew that you were hurting." As soon, Shoto saying, "I did as well. I knew that you had the eyes of somebody searing with hatred. So I was worried about you too, Iida. Just wanted to let you know, that's all." As soon, Jin comes up to Iida and soon just chops him on the top of his head, saying, "Don't do something this stupid because you're too angry to see the big picture. Honestly, I understand where you're coming from, Iida, but try and see this from everyone else's perspective. What would happen if we didn't come in time? What would happen if you died? You wouldn't the world wouldn't just lose a new hero. You would also be leaving behind us, your friends, your classmates. Is that seriously what you want to do?" As Iida saying, "I'm sorry. I truly am." As Mythra saying, "There he goes again, lecturing people as usual. But I think it's a lecture that's actually well-deserved for once." As Izuku saying, "Wow, you're being tolerable of Jin more often, Mythra." He's saying, "Shut up." A couple hours later, Izuku, Shoto, and Iida were admitted to the same Hosu hospital as usual, but their wounds aren't as serious like they would be in canon, so nothing to worry about after all. With soon Izuku, Pyra, and Jin explaining about what happened with Obrona, as they began explaining that she was a blade, and she's not the only blade in Japan. There are multiple blades being Pyra and Mythra and Jin as well. After realizing this, they soon realized that Izuku is quirkless. With Iida soon saying, "So you kept this a secret from us for so long." As Izuku saying, "I'm sorry guys, but we were worried about what would happen if people would find out that the two of them aren't quirks, but they're actual real life beings." With Pyra saying, "But it was my idea, me and Mythra's, so don't blame Izuku. We just wanted to help him achieve his dream. That's all." As Jin saying, "It doesn't matter. What's happened has happened, and if anyone else finds out, who knows what would happen." Also, Principal Nezu already knows about our situation. He already put 2 and 2 together when we enrolled into UA." As Iida saying, "So even the teachers know? Just Principal Nezu, and that's it. No one else knows." As Shoto saying, "Okay then, that's fair enough." With Iida saying, "Todoroki, you're okay with this?" And there's nothing wrong with Izuku having people supporting him to become a hero. Actually, if anything, I'm glad they're here. If it wasn't for them, who knows what would happen to me. I would still be consumed with hatred myself towards my father. I would still restrict myself from using my left side." As Shoto says this, he soon looks at his left hand as he's saying, "Shoto," with Jin saying, "Don't be like that, Todoroki. You've grown pretty much, even without us. I bet there will be other people trying to force you to use your flames more often than anything." As Shoto saying, "You say that so casually, Jin. Who knows? I've learned in this world there are many humans, just like Izuku, who do have a good heart. And you would find somebody who also has a good heart just like him. That's all." As Pyra saying, "What wise words, Jin? Wise words." As Izuku saying, "Yeah, thanks for the encouragement, Jin." As Shoto saying, "Thank you, Jin." With Iida saying, I'm glad that you're able to find yourself, but what about me? I still feel hatred towards this hero killer. But now I can't help but actually empathize with him now, as he knows my pain, the pain of losing someone dear to him." As Izuku saying, "Well, there is one thing about that. You still have your brother. Even if he did bond with Obrona again, there's no chance in hell she would remember who he is. And that's a fact." As Iida saying, "I heard you saying that. I heard Jin saying that. But what if it isn't true?" As Jin saying, "It is true. Once a blade's core crystal takes too much damage, or if their driver dies, they revert back to their core crystal and wait until their new driver, with all their memories soon disappearing. And that is the truth." As Iida saying, "So it is true. They won't have any memories on who they once were or what they once did. Nothing like that." As Izuku saying, "Yep, that's what I've been told. And I should know. These guys are actual blades after all." As soon Iida saying, "I guess so." After a small silence in the room, Mythra soon came out of warning with saying, "Okay, Iida, drop this shit. You're planning on leaving UA once your internship is over, isn't that right?" As everyone's eyes began widening, even Jin was surprised hearing this comment. With Izuku saying, "What are you saying, Mythra? Why would..." He took the law into his own accord. He planned on trying to kill a hero who ended his brother's career. And to top it all that, he involved us. The very people he didn't want to get involved did. So it only makes sense that he's going to drop out as soon as his internship is over. Duh. As Izuku saying, okay, now you think about it, it actually does make somewhat sense. As Shoto saying, Iida, you can't just drop out. You made one mistake. One mistake that could have ended all your lives. That could have ended badly for all of us. I feel like Mythra is right. I need to drop out. As Mythra saying, oh, I didn't say you need to drop out. I said you need to get over yourself. I only said all that because I knew it was right. What I want you to do is to get over it. You made one mistake. Big whooped. Even if you didn't, who knows if we would end up still facing against the hero killer or not. That's just how it is. As soon, Iida saying, still as Izuku saying, Jin, you still have Obrona's core crystal, right? Is saying, yeah, I do. What about it? Toss it to me. Is saying, it's still not awake. She still hasn't awakened yet. So, I know. As Izuku saying, Iida, catch. As Izuku tosses Obrona's core crystal to Iida, to one of his hands that isn't broken. As soon saying, that's Obrona's core crystal. I want you to awaken her as her driver. After hearing this, everyone was shocked. Even Iida was shocked. With Jin saying, are you serious, Izuku? Why would you give Obrona's core crystal to Iida? If anything, you should be the one to awaken her as her driver. Not Iida. As Izuku saying, think of it as a test, Iida. Think of it, if you can awaken her without any of the side effects happening, then you're still worthy of becoming a hero. And not only that, with her by your side, you would see if you're able to overcome your hatred towards staying. Plus, not only that, I think, you could really use a really close friend besides just a classmate like us. We may be friends, but there are some friends that you need more than anything. As Mythra, surprised hearing this, alongside Jin and Shoto, with Iida saying, what if I'm not worthy to be your driver? Then you'll most likely then your blood will probably explode from your body and you'll probably be out for the next 2 weeks or so. As he's saying, wait, what? Why would... it's just a risk. It's only if you're not worthy to be her driver. So, if you're not worthy, then drop out. If you are, then stay a hero. Prove that you are worthy of being her driver. That you can let go of your hatred towards staying and move forward to the future. As soon Iida hears this and looks at the core crystal, is saying, I accept. I will become a hero. I will take my chance of being her driver. I swear it. As Izuku saying, that's all I wanted to hear. With that, Jin began leaving the room, saying, I'm going to get you guys some sodas. You guys want anything specific? As they all kind of like gave themselves certain sodas that they all wanted. But Iida probably just asked for some oolong tea. With Jin saying, fair enough. With soon Pyra coming out saying, you don't mind if I tag along? You might need some help getting all those sodas together after all. And saying, thank you for the help, Pyra. As they soon leave, as they head to a couple of soda machines and got everything that they needed for them, with also them getting their own as well. With Jin creating a conversation with Pyra, asking if she's okay with Izuku giving Obrona's core crystal to Iida, with Pyra saying, I think it's good. Izuku is right. He needs to overcome this himself. And with this challenge, he might be able to. Or possibly not. That's as soon Pyra soon asks a question saying, but what about you? Are you okay with me actually killing Obrona? Saying, I'm fine. It doesn't matter. She would have reverted back to her core crystal anyway and forgot about him all entirely. As saying, but you aimed for Stain instead. You didn't think that Obrona would step in. So tell me, why did you strike Stain instead of letting his injuries make him pass out? As soon, Jin saying, it had to be done. A man like that can't survive in a world like this. A world where they need good people like Izuku, Shoto, and possibly even Iida. Pyra, soon hearing this, actually begins pondering, saying, or is it possible that you only did this because you decided to get your hands dirty besides Izuku? As Jin soon stops walking, saying, what makes you have that idea, Pyra? Because the way that you strike that Stain was that of cold-hearted intent. If anything, you believe once Izuku becomes a more respected hero and graduates from UA, you decided to take up dirty your own hands to kill villains that Izuku isn't willing to. Is that right? As Jin saying, so what of it? Would you stop me, Pyra? Or even you, Mythra? As soon, Mythra comes out saying, no, I wouldn't stop you. If anything, I believe it's the right thing to do to kill some villains. But I think it's up to Izuku. We shouldn't take lives if he doesn't want to. Saying, and you already know that. Izuku doesn't want to take lives. He always wants to find a way to save them. Even villains themselves. Sometimes you have to make the hard decisions. And I'm willing to do them if Izuku isn't. After this, he soon walks back to their room with Mythra and Pyra soon having a conversation in their head, saying, should we not stop Jin from doing this? As Mythra saying, why bother? He's dead set on doing this. It's only for Izuku to stop him. After all, he's the only person he's willing to listen to after all. With Pyra saying, I guess you're right. Let's just hope that Izuku notices before it's too late. With Mythra walking back to the hospital room alongside Jin. As they entered, they soon see a man with a dog head and also the hero native and also Sir Night-Eye alongside Mirio as well. As they're all kind of confused on what's going on, with the dog man saying, I guess the sentient quirks are here. You must be Midoriya's quirks. To get you up to speed about it. It's about Midoriya, Todoroki, and Iida finding somewhat of criminal charges for using their quirks against a hero killer. As soon, Jin saying, that's preposterous. Why the hell would they be having criminal charge for taking on the hero killer? They saved especially Izuku and Todoroki. They saved Iida's life after all. And not only him, but also the hero native. With Mythra saying, okay, Jin, you need to calm down. As he's saying, oh my god, it is surprising if I'm the one trying to calm him down. With she thinking this, with Pyra saying, okay, this is surprising as well. As soon Izuku saying, Jin, please, calm down. What he's saying is right, but at least try and listen to what he also has to fully said. As Jin saying, oh, then what is it that he has to say? With saying, the thing is that Midoriya, Todoroki will not be taking credit for taking down the hero killer. Not only that, Iida will not be charged for using his quirk without permission alongside those two as well. However, the person that will be taking credit for taking down the hero killer will be Endeavor and Sir Night-Eye. Is that understood? As Jin saying, fine, I'll accept this for now. with Mythra soon pushing Jin back into the room with saying sorry about him. He's a hothead, that's all. As soon both Izuku saying, what the actual hell is going on here? This is seriously the opposite of what normally I deal with in those two. Normally, Mythra should be the one being the hothead, and Jin is the one trying to calm her down, not the other way around. As soon saying, well, that's all I wanted to say. Personally, I'd rather not ruin the careers of 3 promising heroes after all. As the 3 heroes in training feeling pretty relieved but however, Shoto is still pretty annoyed alongside Jin too. With both Sir Night-Eye and Manual will be on having their quirk licenses suspended for the time being. So Sir Night-Eye won't be doing any hero work for at least a week or so. With Sir Night-Eye not being pretty happy about this outcome, and actually temporarily kind of regrets bringing Izuku along for his agency for internship. As the time goes by, Izuku, Pyra, and Jin go back to Sir Night-Eye's agency, and since his hero license has been suspended for the time being, they can't really go on patrols. However, Izuku does help Sir Night-Eye improve his bond with Rook by helping them train a lot more, while also allowing Sir Night-Eye to use Rook's twin sickles as weapons and learning how to use driver arts. Sir Night-Eye did take this on pretty quickly, but realized that there are still some things that he needs to learn way much more than anything, especially about linking with his blade. As the internship finally ends, Izuku soon bows, with Pyra and Jin bowing as well, with him apologizing for causing so much trouble during his internship. With Sir Night-Eye saying, you are quite a bit of trouble, Midoriya, if anything. You're more trouble than you're worth. However, I guess it only makes sense since you're similar to that of All Might, a person who can't help but help others in the face of danger. As Izuku saying, wait, I'm like All Might? With Pyra saying, wow, that's a pretty good compliment, don't you say, Izuku? With Jin saying, I agree. You should be happy about that. As soon Sir Night is saying, don't let it go to your head, Midoriya. You still have quite a bit of potential before you're even close to All Might's level. But keep up this pace, and you might reach there in at least the next 10 years or so. As Izuku saying, I will, sir. As the 3 soon leave the agency, as Rook shouted out, hey, Midoriya, tell me, what's your name? As Izuku saying, it's Izuku. As soon, Pyra soon nudges Izuku saying, I don't think that's what he wants to hear. As Jin soon looks at Izuku saying, I think exactly what the name he wants to hear. As Izuku soon nods and smiles saying, it's the Aegis hero, Deku. As soon, Rook soon gives out a thumbs up, with Sir Night-Eye smiling while adjusting his glasses. As Izuku soon heads back to UA. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Also, like and subscribe, which really helps out the channel a lot. Also, check out my gaming channel and my Discord, which I'll leave links in the description below in case you guys want to check them out. So, with all that said, this is Mooky, signing out. Later, guys.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists if you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!